Good morning, all. Welcome back. This is the 6-month review of our Tesla Model Y long-range, dual-motor, 7-passenger, white seats. Okay? We can go over the specs a little bit later, but what I wanted to do, and we're sitting in my garage. Today is December 27th. Okay? We purchased this June 27th, exactly 6 months ago today. Okay? We are currently sitting at 16,345 miles. Okay? We have used 4,354 kilowatt hours, and we are averaging 266 watt hours per mile. And for those of us like me that's not that quick, that is 3.76 miles per kilowatt. I had to do the transformation. Okay? The reason I'm sitting in my garage is it's pouring down rain outside. We're in between intermittent. Rains hard, a little bit of rain. Rains hard, a little bit of rain. I'm going to find either a location, or if it stops raining, I want to pop the trunk. I want to give you a view of the entire car after 6 months. But while I'm sitting here in the garage, I can actually tell you the good, the bad, the ugly, of everything. We were talking last night, and, look, this is like every Tesla owner. Okay, we love the car. The car's fantastic. Are there drawbacks? Absolutely. Okay. But I've done some stuff like with the Bolt, which, by the way, is still in the shop today. I'm hoping that they're going to call me today, and it's going to be, the auto body shop's going to be done. They're open till 5 o'clock. It is currently 10 a.m., which is the exact purchase time of our car. If you refer back to our delivery day video on June 27th, we had a 10 a.m. appointment to pick up this car. My wife and my grandson Garrett and I picked it up, and it was a beautiful sunny day. December's a whole nother world in Illinois. Okay. But you know what? Let's get right to it. I don't like to, my grandkids tell me all the time, Grandpa, you talk too much on your videos. But we do want to talk about, I did this with the Bolt. Some of the bad things. Let's get right to some of the issues that we've had. The Tesla is the most technically advanced car out there. And I don't even think it's in the same ballpark as anybody else. The car is run by this center console computer. And I'll videotape that, and we'll do all that. So our phones are integrated in. Our phones are the key. Okay? So when you walk up to the car, it unlocks. You don't have a push button start. When you sit in the car, it's on and runs. Okay? Here's the drawback. When we hit the microphone and we say, call Darcy, it says on the phone, unable to locate. Okay? Now, maybe it's because we spelled Darcy a little different than normal, or our other daughter, Ashley, call Ashley. It can't seem to find her in our phone book either. It's not really looking through our phone book. It's searching the normal way of spelling children's names, which we were a little bit different. My name has 2 R's, Darryl, D-A-R-R-Y-L. So if my wife, Peggy, tries to call me and she hits the microphone button and says, call Darryl, it cannot locate me because it's looking for D-A-R-Y-L. It's not searching my contacts, her contacts. We've tried everything. I went through all of the videos. We've tried everything to figure it out. So this afternoon, we're going to run to Bloomington, and actually, I'm going to talk to a person at Tesla and say, okay, the Bluetooth is on. Our phone books are in here. We see them. But because it searches a different way of searching, I need to know why it's not doing that. Okay? Now, you can say, call call Darryl and it pulls it up in the phone book and calls it. You don't have to. You shouldn't have to do that. Call DARCI is how we spell it. Well, it's looking for DARCY. So it'll do it if you spell each letter, it will do it. Shouldn't have to do that. That's not right. Okay? That is our number one complaint. Now, my wife also, when she would be walking up to the car, sometimes she would have her phone in her back pocket if she didn't have her purse with her. The car wouldn't recognize, because it was in her back pocket, that she had arrived, and she could pull on the door and it was not opening the mirrors, and it was not coming to life. She literally would have to pull it out and put the phone up to the B pillar. This is a B pillar right here on the outside. And then it opens up. Now me, I keep my phone in my pocket. I keep it up front. I don't have any of those issues. And since she's been trying to move it to a pocket in the front, do that, it's worked much, much better. But that's still an issue, okay? I have a wish, and I've mentioned this in several videos. The automatic wipers, the rain sensing wipers, again, that engineer needs to get busy with some others. It don't work. If it's raining, sometimes they won't come on. If it's not raining, sometimes they'll just go. And you're like, there's no moisture. There's no reason for it to work like that. Okay. Now, I know there's updates, tons of updates all the time. And I think they're trying to fix these issues slowly but surely. We had an issue a few weeks ago of our cameras. Like, it would pop up on my screen and say, right camera blocked, like this one that's in the side here, or multiple cameras blocked. It's like, what do you mean blocked? They're clear. Now, we have rain, snow, sleet. It is winter, so it'll be gray and gloomy for 5 months in Illinois. But it's like, seriously? That's not right. We had an update the other day, and it was mentioned about repairing camera issues was in the latest update day before yesterday. And since then, now, we've only driven a few hundred miles, but I haven't noticed that side camera blocked, front camera blocked. I'll keep you guys updated on that as well. And literally, that's about it. We were trying to pick and choose and find and nitpick at everything to find issues. On the opposite side of that, I mean, we just go down from, we've already put 16,500 miles almost on the car in 6 months. We drive a lot. Okay. I asked Peg last night, I said, what do you think? How do you, and she said, the car, I love it. The car drives great. She loves the way it handles. If you're in a sticky situation and you need to get out of the way or move or whatever, you can do it quick, really quick. Okay. She was very enthusiastic about the theater that's on board, Hulu, Netflix, YouTube. If you're charging for 15 or 20 minutes and you don't want to go to the bathroom and you don't have anything to do and you don't want to read a book, if you're at a charging stop on a fast charger say you're on a road trip, she's like, I pop up the theater and I'm always watching something for 15, 20 minutes. That's just awesome. I mentioned the over-the-air updates earlier. I'm so impressed with those. We get notified all the time, and we schedule them for the 2:30. It says, do you want to schedule them for what, like 2:30 a.m.? Yep. And at 2:30 a.m., while the car's in the garage charging, we'll get the update. And then in the morning, all of the notes are on the computer screen in the front. They're all in there, and they tell you everything. Like, here's what we did. Here's what we have. Here's what updated. I've never owned anything with a heated steering wheel before. I have it on one right now. It's right. The steering wheel's right here. I'm impressed. I also have never owned anything with heated seats. Not only are our 2 front seats heated, the 3 seats in the second row are also heated and manually can be changed So, I mean, the app, you know, I was going through my notes one by one. I'm trying to get through them quick. The app is phenomenal. From in the house, I always preheat the car in the morning while it's still plugged in. If we're going to go somewhere, I try to give it 10-15 minutes. It takes like 5 minutes to get it up to temperature. I can look in the morning, say we're going to take off at 7:30 in the morning, and it'll say it's whatever, 11 degrees outside, and the car is currently at 30 degrees because my garage is not heated. I can turn the fan on, and literally in 5 minutes, I get a notification that it is up to temperature in the car. It turns the heaters on, the blower, heats the car up, turns on my heated steering wheel, my heated seats, and within 5 minutes, maybe 10, I try to give it 10 because it also heats up the battery for better efficiency. So if you give it that 10 to 15 minutes, the battery temperature will be brought up to a great level as well. So I do that just to give it that, you know, but within 5 minutes, the cabin is up to whatever temperature you have it set for. It's fantastic. So we're overly impressed. The app just goes above and beyond. I can do anything now on the app. I can view video clips. That was added in one of the latest updates, the holiday. I think it was a holiday update. So, I mean, there's so many things to mention. I've never had a car that had easy entry and easy exit, where when you put your foot on the brake and you get in the car in the morning, the steering wheel comes down, it comes to my location. My seat moves to my location. The side mirrors go to my location, what I have them set at. Everything's perfect. When we pull up somewhere and we park at a place we're getting out, I put the car in park. When I grab my seatbelt and unlock, the steering wheel goes in, goes back up. Everything goes to, and the seat moves back to an easy exit so you can get out. When Peg gets in the car, it attaches to her phone, and all of her mirrors, steering wheel, seats go to her settings. And then the easy exit is set same way. Put your foot on the brake, it goes to that stuff. You get to a location, you put the car in park, take your seatbelt off, and it backs everything up and out of the way so you can get in and out of the car comfortably. Okay? So it's raining outside, but let me try to find a covered spot. Let me try to find a location, and I want to go through the entire car from the outside. So hang on. Okay, as you can see, it's still raining outside, or I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's coming down pretty good. So I went to a local car wash to get inside of a bay so that I can kind of show you something. Here's the frunk, all right? Currently, don't have anything in there. I'll get it loaded up for our trip to Florida next week. But I kind of wanted to give you a view of the whole car. We do have a couple of road rash on the tires. That's from us. That's a big mistake. Here's the white seats. We actually love the white seats. And I'll get inside here in a minute. Here's the back seats, second row. And I will go through the trunk. As my granddaughter Piper says, Grandma, I'm sitting in the trunk. This is the third row, 2 seats. She'll sit in her booster seat back here in the back. Well, we had a 5-point harness seat for her when we first got the car, and she was in that. Now she's moved up to just, well, here in the trunk, just a booster seat, like our 2 7-year-old grandsons, okay? Here's an overall view from the back. Let me just push this button, close that. Got that shut. Come around. I wanted you guys to see what it looks like. Let's go up here. Now, this is manual. I don't have an automatic. I've seen some videos of people who have some issues or have some ways of doing this, but for us, we just do that. And it's shut, okay? So here's the outside, and of course it's wet, dirty, grimy. The inside is wet. I'm trying to keep it clean. It's really hard in this kind of weather. So let's go inside and I'll show you some of the computer stuff. Okay, I'm back. So what I wanted to kind of show you, it's really, really hard. It's set right now in easy entry mode. Everything is back, over, out of the way. But, and it's hard because I'm too close, and I'm sorry for this, but when I put my foot on the brake, you could hear that. Did you see the steering wheel move? The mirrors moved to my location. It moved to Daryl's. It went from easy entry to Daryl. The mirrors all changed. The seat moved back into my position. Okay? So here's what I was wanting to show you. Here's what we got. 16,346. We've used 4354. And there's our 266 watt hours per mile, or 3.76 miles per kilowatt. Okay? One thing I didn't mention earlier that I really, this mapping system is phenomenal. You know, when we went to Florida last time in November, it was so cool. You could literally just plug in our address in Florida and it would take you there, tell you where to charge, tell you for how long to charge. It would tell you everything, and it plugs the chargers in automatically. It's so simple. If you just want to do that and you don't want to chop, what do they call it, charger hop, and you don't want to try to, you literally can just plug it in, follow the plans, and it will take you there. Stop here for 15 minutes, stop here for 17 minutes, stop here for 11 minutes. And the battery will precondition before it arrives to take the optimal charge. Okay? It's just the coolest thing. One thing I wanted to show you, and I'm not at a charger, but that was one thing I didn't show you earlier when we were here. I'm still at the car wash. When you want to, you could do this. If you push that, it opens up, you plug it in, and you're done. Okay? You can do that. I don't like to push on the mirror, like on the thing like that. There's no, and I've mentioned this in videos. Okay, we go here, we go to the car. There's the charger. Let's close it. Push on it, it closed. Okay, so it's so simple, and it went back to easy entry. I don't know if you saw that. There you go. Okay, so I'll put my foot on the brake and I'll go to my location. My seat's moving to my position. The steering wheel went to mine. I'm just, yeah. So I have not reset the Florida portion yet. We're going to reset that to 0 when we drive to Florida here next week. So, you know, and I didn't mention, there's 100 different things I didn't mention. These are wireless charging pads. They're fantastic. You almost forget about them. This car does so much. You almost forget about 100 different things that it just does so good. So I'm sure I've left tons of stuff out on this video, but I wanted to make a video. I wanted to upload. I don't have 12 videos in the queue. I don't do that kind of stuff. As most of you know, I make the videos same day. They're not live, but literally I make the videos, I edit the videos, and I upload the videos all same day. So for me, I don't have all this extra stuff. When something comes to mind and I need to make a video, I make a video. I can't go back and say, well, I taped this 3 months ago and I was going to do a video, but I forgot to do a video, or I didn't do a video and I got it in the queue. I just don't do that. That's not me. Okay. So let me switch this around and I'll get back with you just for some final notes. All right. In closing, I just want to tell everybody, thanks for all the comments. You know, this is just a tiny channel that I've been working on just over a year now. So it's nothing huge, but I appreciate all the views, the people who have questions. I can try to answer those questions. So with that, I will get out of your hair again. Today's December 27th, 6-month review today. And actually right now it's 10:45 a.m. I started this about 10 o'clock so I could be exactly. Can you tell that I'm a little bit type A personality? There's other terms that are used, things like that. So I'll try to get this edited and upload here pretty quick so that you'll have that, actually the 6-month review. All right. So again, please like, subscribe, and comment below. And until next time, thanks guys.